Alright, so we're going to get into what you see behind me here now. This is some preliminary plans for the building. So let's get into some of that stuff. Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you guys checking out the next episode of our Skydance weekly vlog. Hope you've enjoyed all of them so far. Make sure you hit subscribe and hit like on this video. If you get any kind of value out of this, it'll help kind of spread the video out more, make it more available for people. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up. Today's gonna be a little bit of a different video. We've done some brewing videos. You've seen us out doing deliveries. You saw that we did the podcast. So today's gonna be a little bit more behind the scenes. Might be kind of boring for some of you. I don't know, we'll see. More of the business side of stuff. I'm on my way right now to a meeting. I might not be able to show you all the details of the meeting, but we'll let some of those details out later. So hit subscribe, hit like, let's go have some fun.
Thank you for making my Sonic your Sonic. My name is Brandy. How can I serve you?
So I tried to go to McDonald's. It's kind of late actually for breakfast, 9:45. The line wasn't moving at all, about 7 or 8 cars deep. So here I am, Sonic. I actually like Sonic better, but I was kind of craving a sausage biscuit. No, I'm good. 2 sausage, egg, and cheese croissant sandwiches. Not bad. Here's why I get 2 of them. Because sometimes I get so busy either at the brewery or just meeting to meeting. Next thing I know, it's like 1 or 2 o'clock and I forget to eat lunch. And if I don't eat lunch, then I'll pig out at dinner time. I'll be starving and I'll just pig out. I'm trying to burn this gut off. That's not gonna happen if I'm eating giant dinners a couple hours before bedtime. So one of these is probably gonna go for lunch. Throw it in the microwave, heat it up, get back after it. What's up, guys? So I wasn't able to record all of that meeting, and what I was able to kind of put on video is really not worth even putting on the vlog. So there's just some stuff in the meeting that we're just not ready for everybody to see or hear about. It's not because we don't want you to know. It's just because some of the people I was meeting with and things we're involved with aren't really out there yet. So when things get signed and on the dotted line more, then we'll get into some of that stuff. But it was a good meeting. And we did kind of work out some issues on the building design and all of that stuff. So I'm about to actually get into some of that with you guys. I'm looking at some of that stuff right now. So we'll do that in just a second. I just wanted to show you, this is where I work when I'm not at the brewery. This is where we do all of our just back office type stuff. I'm at my house in Norman. I share an office with my fiance Bobby, so you guys can kind of see that's her workspace there. This is what we got right here is just kind of my whiteboard to keep me on track with stuff. There's a few things I'm kind of maybe showing off a little early here, but I keep track of just so I have somewhat of an idea off the top of my head of when I'm going to be brewing different beers. Here you go, guys. This is ideas for future DDH batches. I can tell you that one of those hops I've decided on for the next batch that'll come out next month, and then there's some other options there. Plus, I'm about to write a few more up there that I have as far as just ideas. Lotus is up there. Anybody had that hop yet? Let me know if you guys have had a beer with Lotus and if you liked it or not. That was an idea from Will, who used to be at Elk Valley. I talked to him a few weeks back. He's been brewing with that hop down in Texas and really liked it. So, there's keeping track of when I have cans coming in, events coming up, Oklahoma Craft Beer Festival. There's a little sneak peek. We're working on another rotating IPA series. There's just an idea, Strata and Idaho 7. Anybody like those hops? This is just kind of my idea board too. So, social media, podcast stuff. This is all the stuff we had planned that would have happened if we hadn't had COVID-19 hit. Some of that stuff we got to. We had the Chalk Pint Night, we had the DDH release, and we had a pint night at Patriarch and Social Capital. The other stuff ended up not happening. We'll get to it when things get back to somewhat normal. So I'm a book nerd. This is just kind of a lot of my books I'm into. There's the tap handle we showed last week. If you guys haven't seen that yet, go back and watch that video. Some of my brewing books that I like to refer back to from time to time. Leadership stuff. I don't know if you guys have been watching The Last Dance, Phil Jackson's book. That's a great book. 11 Rings. It tells a lot of stuff about the Bulls and stuff, but it's also very leadership and that kind of stuff. So there's some more brewing. This is stuff when I wanted to start a brewery I was reading all the time was Sam Calagione, Off-Centered Leadership, and then Brewing Up a Business. 2 great books if any of you guys are thinking about starting a brewery or even just any business. And then I don't know, a lot of you guys know I'm into Stoicism as a philosophy. So and then I can't seem to get rid of my magazines. Brewers Association sends out this magazine regularly, The New Brewer. And then I still have all of my home brewing magazines. So I don't know why I keep them up. All these are digital. They're all available digitally. And I don't know, I think maybe all you guys from Red Earth Club, I may just offer these up if anybody wants any old back issues or whatever. I mean, I've pretty much got everything from the past like three or 4 years here. Over here we get just some of the bigger brewing awards that we won, the ones I don't have room for, and other places where I'm keeping them. I guess I better show. Oh, there's a Greatest Place on Earth right there, buddy. Greatest Place on Earth. This is Bobby's Brewing Award. So she actually won a medal at Mashed In, 2nd place for specialty category. Something pretty cool I got from Healing Waters, Project Healing Waters, my fly fishing buddies. They have their regular meetings in our tap room where they did before COVID-19. Some of the stuff I'm about to show you on the tap room design is actually with those guys in mind to create a great space for those meetings, and you'll see that here in just a second. So, all right, so we're gonna get into what you see behind me here now. This is some preliminary plans for the building. So let's get into some of that stuff. So first picture you see here is an overall shot of the entire project, the entire complex that the brewery is involved in. It's 3 buildings in one. This is on 7th Street. We're east of Broadway, east of the railroad tracks, or actually just right there east of the railroad tracks. So across the street from the parlor. We're north of the parlor and Yote and all that stuff, and we're south of Prairie. So if you drive by there, you'll see this building out there. A little bit of work starting to be done. So I'm gonna caution you, there's no interior design work on any of this stuff that you're gonna see. This is all just drawings, preparing for our permitting and all that stuff. So, and getting pricing from contractor and all that. So what you see here on the left, the bigger building, you can surely tell that's the brewery, 7,000 square foot, 15 barrel brew house, with some 15 barrel fermenters and bright tanks and a couple 30 barrel fermenters going in. On the south side here is the tap room, and just to the east of the tap room is our patio space. That patio space is really big. Let's go to another little view here. So here's a little zoomed in version of it. So pretty good size patio. You'll be able to see downtown pretty well from that. It's a nice view. A little yard grass area to kind of hang out, and the tap room will be pretty good size actually. So 16 to 20 tap handles. We're still trying to work that out and decide what we think we can do there. A good size bar, plenty of seating. But what's really cool is what you can see here right in the middle. What you're looking at is an upstairs mezzanine, and that will be used a lot for private events. It'll hold roughly 50 people, maybe a little less than that. And then you'll be from up there, you can look over the ledge on one side and see the brew house, and on the other side you can look over the ledge and see down into the tap room. So a lot of private events will be up there, and when there's no private events, that will be used for just public use. And we'll have some games. There'll definitely be some TVs up there and that kind of stuff. And then below that is another room. Let's see if I can. Below that is this room. You can see kind of off in the distance here. So in the middle, you can kind of see how there's a little walkway that goes into another room, and where that walkway is right there will be some sliding barn doors. That's the plan right now. Remember, none of this there's no interior design here, so our brewery's not going to look like plywood. I'm just so you know. Inside that little room, you'll see that big window where you can see out into the brewery. Soft seating in that room. That as well can be used for private space, like a private event or maybe private meetings that can be rented out. So really neat little spot. All of these tables, the size and the type of tables you see, that may or may not be what we end up going with. A lot of this is just thrown in here to kind of get an idea for how big, how many people we can fit into this space. So we do like having the high seating behind the bar. And then the next image we'll show you is an image of the bar area. Note that the way the taps are, the way the tap handle, the draft system is, that's not what it'll look like. It's not going to come up from underneath like that. We'll have a draft system that goes through the wall. Behind that wall is a big cooler, and you can see a doorway or two little glass doors that go to the cooler. That's where we'll have beer to go, kind of like what you see at Elk Valley. John has a really nice way of having his beer to go set up right there where people can see it. So there's a little bit of the inside of the tap room. And then upstairs, this image is really, right now it's just kind of the only image I have of the upstairs area besides that first image you saw. But this is kind of what it'll look like from up there. And like I said, you'll be able to look over that ledge and see the tap room, or go to the other side and see the brewery. So I don't know, you guys, let's go back to this other image here. You guys can again just kind of see the overall feel for the place. That middle section, the middle building, where it says cafe, that'll be a food concept. We're trying to work out what that's going to be. The plan is to have something set up with that business to where people can order from inside our tap room, like a kiosk, and then either go get your food when it's ready, or maybe even have it brought over either by their staff or our staff. We'll see what happens there, but you'll be able to bring food into the tap room and hang out. We would have loved to have had a brew pub and made our own food, but that's just couldn't be part of our business plan right now. Not at this point anyways. We're just, we're already trying to run two businesses, which is a tap room and then production for distribution. So when you have a brewery like this, that's really what you're doing, is you're already operating two businesses. And to operate a third business, which would be food, just really not in the plans right now. So on the other side of that restaurant will be office space, 2 stories, and I'm pretty excited about the way that's going to look. So, that is pretty much it.